Oh, smell that? Biohazard nearby. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Yeah, the future is in your hands, so take care of it. Grit. Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned. She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down. The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time. It's easy to describe. A crossway is where roads meet in a knot and merge. This one is in Sector 7J, if you're familiar with Out-of-Date's map. Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the Gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander around here, you might find Noko. She just loves those Gnotes. Once the power ran out, it made sense to ride Gnotes. And that tradition continued. Nope, you still have to feed them, but food's easier to find than go juice. Watch your step here, and you might find tracks of another traveler. Every little bit helps. Good ride long. Tell it, no biting. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Always good to have some wood scrap like that on hand. That looks like the control box handles need to be wheeled to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. It suits you, snazzy hatter. Let's pocket that. Don't let the day pass you by. Seems like a peculiar item. Bolted shut. Hard to see too far in the darkness. Tippy tapper. Locked solid. Need the right key. You flick the switches in order to green-light the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. It's flat out black out there. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Andro, Bala,
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away. It's a seat you fasten on the back of a mount to safeten up your ride. It can become quite bumpy and risky without. The planet keeps spinning, and new days keep coming. You finally found the village of Bumlidoff. Let's see. wild headgear. The Smilo Shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. A story has got to keep moving forward. Now that's loot. Boxes like this are few and far between. However, that's no great loss. Talking pictures from the aforetimes lacked a message. As the iBox broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the feels. That's shutting good. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. It's a wild sensation to be away from the open air. Now hold on, sit tight. Isn't that the mech? You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the mechamochut. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco. That ain't bad.
Masa malberi, inadabsunka.
Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride.
Aplitonumuta, narolute.
Nokko's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it.
Kanoruta, kudutuku, ola kudu.
She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe.
Urasa dut.
You'll find Mito at Brightlight. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths.
Asadurutu.
They're small airborne creatures with bright reflective wings and a conspicuous fluttering flight. Grab tight and don't let go. Short circuit.
Gandum.
Let's see. With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Claims to be a simple lamp maker, bringing light into the world as best he can. You found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past brightlights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Figures that doesn't matter. You can't help but shine either way. Wishes you could see your way toward using your fire to light the way in the world, rather than burn it down. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Thinks it's funny you worked with the Jagni. They tried to rob him once, but he scorched away any that got too close. Says if they didn't want to get seared, they shouldn't have been so close. Says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Says it's pronounced that way, but spelt different. But he feels that connection with you. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too.
Kamui songai da bongo ba sa kompo.
He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end.
Sai kandum.
You really do need them alive. Dead glitter moths fade. Seems like your mount likes you well enough. Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. A plan is all you need. That place there's a real fixer-upper, not an entirely lost cause. Let's get that mount moving while the getting is good. slow. Better than nothing. Glittermoth Cave is right here. When it rains, it gets wet.
Kryptuq.
That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work.
Ferena masalapu.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater. The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time. She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains. So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf. It reminds her of the gnoats and, like them, it's hoofed. They're just a lot bigger. Be gentle, this mount's a breather. Don't distract this beastie. It's working. There's some rubber scrap for you. That sealed the fate of the third World Eater. Just one more to go. Out of Date asked to see you again to congratulate you and let you in on the final phases of his plan. This is your chance to get his priorities aligned with yours. Do right by your tribe and the world at large. Just head back to the Ark. He seemed eager to see you again. She wonders if the rumors she's heard about you finding the Ark are true. Thinks that's impossible, of course, but she also knows you regularly make the impossible happen. The Ark seems like the only way to escape this world now that it's officially doomed. Loves that you did your best to help the world rather than hurt it. You could have used much more of that, even before you returned. Any idea who might be joining you on your Arky journeys?
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the Ark.
Why?
If you...
But you know...
Feels deeply honored that you'd want her to come with you. An Ark is no Gnote, but she can't pass this up. She's coming aboard. Noko knows she's known for says you'll meet again. There are places up ahead far worse than this. Don't trip it, just keep moving. Out of Date thinks the time has come to end the conflict between the tribes. There won't be any winners in this war. You should know it's not too late to change direction by visiting another tribe's fort. However, it might be best to stick with the tribe you've chosen already. He believes it'll take someone with a light perspective and key to counterbalance the Sifu's energy in the end. Regardless of the outcome, you need to play your part and conclude the conquest. It'll be over soon. Out of Date reminds you that the time has come to end the tribe war. He's happy to help. Says you should take care. You can't really understand your story till it's done. They used to call this a thoroughfare. Look at all those old homes. Feels like something's about to happen today. Let's see. There's the sovereign who runs this outpost. He didn't expect his outpost to be invaded, but now that you're working with their rival, he can see why. He argues coming here without an invitation and bad intention is the same as invading. He has no illusion what their rival stands for. It's their last line of defense. Once their guardian falls, they'll surrender. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great job capturing the outpost. Figure you'll know when you're on a roll. The day is wasting. Time to get to it. The Kryptuq outpost. The Netra tribe first beat this into shape. Let's see. Says they've been waiting for you. They're ready to bring death. He says you'd better be.
找记
There is a high boom team ready to help with taking over that outpost, but it seems their arc shooter is busted.
叫啊宝宝们一手。
Doesn't know anyone who'd be dumb enough to turn down arc shooter help. Get up there and get fixing. Well placed. Not much left of that one. Stories only survive if someone is listening, so pay attention. Wow, wow, wow. Foe. One by one they fall. All fixed up. The arc shooters are already gearing up the high booms. Hope their aimers are fixed too. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great job. Figure you... Supposedly mounts like that can smell fear. Let's see.
Ole med mig to bemuligni.
Says you need to hit them where it...
Så lad sig som. Du brug. Hvad så? Nogle butcher.
Murder and mayhem and other terrible things happen. He's sure you've seen it before. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. That hit the spot, wrecked it. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it, then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. It's complicated. Give it another try. You're in. Keep going. Here's the second line of defense. It's smoldering already. Give it a good smack. Give it a good smack. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Thinks you did a great job capturing the rival. Hope you make that end as messy as you can. you're still aboard your mount, which is probably a good sign. Let's see. This is the tribe's last stand. He says you'd better be. The plan is to fling you over the wall with a sling lobber. However, he wants you to secure a hard hat. It's better you go and find one for yourself. It can't be too much trouble, though. It's one size fits all. There are tough times ahead. That's something. A ring dinger from the yesterdays. A thingamabob used to pling signal the faraways. Let's find out if it still works. Seems the keys need to be in sequence to make the ring dinger work. So, the technology from yesterdays is still here today, even if its message is getting old. You need to hit them where it hurts. You're the hammer on their neck. That's a fire starter. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. You just need to create a spark to light a fire. It burns brighter than the light. Make that one dead. Even up in the mountains, you can't touch the sky. The battering bonker looks like a great way to get through the gate. Bet you just need to knock and it'll open up. That's bonkers. The Netra tribe values liberty and is striving to protect freedom. They want to continue with each tribe being responsible for their own and believe that uniting the tribes is the only way you can survive. He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to fight instead of uniting. It would be fighting over nothing. He'll fight for whatever shred of hope he has left to unite the tribes and save the Tree of Life. The rival Sifu is defeated, and the destiny of their tribe is in your hands. You are free to choose their fate, but not free from the consequences of your choice. You'll decide the fate of the rival. He's okay with that. Prison is a continuous assault on the soul. And with that, you're spinning your own fate, good or bad, never to be undone. Step by step, until all have given up their rights for the good of others. He's gotten news that your tribe's justified terror has paralyzed the remaining tribes. He agrees the current reign of terror is an extreme measure, but it's justified as it'll free everyone from starvation and restore peace. It's clear your way of waging war has been successful. And now that the tribes have experienced this war of yours, they're ready to do whatever it takes to make it end. So, do you want to end the war now or continue fighting? He was expecting you'd want to continue. It's better to show than tell, but he'll accept the remaining tribe's capitulation. It's the Netra claw chain. That's an improvement. Don't won't lose your way in the blackness.
Atu awa ya ea fabobe mok kofar.
Out of Date says there'll be consequences of the war, but there are more pressing matters at hand.
U deno ko nunyo fobo.
The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war.
Valo alo hero.
Why katawa?
He thought someone with your light perspective and key would have had different priorities and faced the World Eaters before resolving the tribe war.
Why katawa?
Farfarifto tuka kubu.
Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe war is over.
Atu wamawa.
Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough.
Ya moluwando loma tuaha.
You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater.
Mopu far kubi.
The future depends on someone with a light perspective to give the world a chance to survive.
Ayamu waya.
Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it to the end.
E bubuko von yunvun.
Out of Date says the word about what you've done so far is spreading. The tribes haven't lost hope yet.
Ayamu waya.
Kobwa yaka.
He appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's had urgent news from his friend Wiz in the northwest.
Kutuvun poputowe.
He's unsure about your intentions, but hopes you'll support Wiz.
Yunuluaf tula.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Wiz and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's hunch is real. The Merc Puff is up next.
Loma utulu ba yowo.
Out of Date says that Wiz is worried now that the Northwest World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Momombuso?
He explains that Wiz is working on an undersurf vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Luatolo mawa. Kaboba farhi.
Out of Date suggests that you should head northwest as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Luatolo mawa.
He's happy to help.
Nuka nuburak.
Says goodbye to you. Let's see.